Easy Polish with Dorota Cooper, the Guide to Polish Verbs of Motion, IŚ and CHODZIခြ, Part 2. Polish verbs of motion in the future tense. Please study this table carefully. Once again, the complete conjugation looks much more complicated than it actually is. Let's break it down aspect by aspect. Future tense perfective. The perfective verb forms are actually created in a quite straightforward way. You just add the perfective prefix po to imperfective, indeterminate present tense forms and changed the initial e into j, while also changing the o into u in the case of pójść. The perfective aspect in the future tense is used to refer to a one-time motion that will be started and completed in the future. Pójdę tam o 10 rano. I will go there at 10 a.m. Nie wiem, czy ona pójdzie z nami. I don't know if she will go with us. Kto pójdzie tam zamiast ciebie? Who will go there instead of you? W przyszłym roku pojedziemy do Francji. Obiecuję. Next year we will go to France, I promise. As it should be evident from the examples, the perfective future forms usually correspond to the future simple tense in English. I hope this helps. Future tense imperfective indeterminate. The imperfective indeterminate verbs in the future are made up of the auxiliary verb być, to be, followed by verb forms that are borrowed from the past tense counterparts. The borrowed verb forms are always third person forms. Chodził, chodziła, etc. for each of the genders. A man would say będę chodził, while a woman would use będę chodziła instead. Meanwhile, the form of the auxiliary być conveys information about the grammatical person. It is only by looking at the auxiliary verb that you can distinguish the first person masculine form, będę chodził, from the third person masculine form, będzie chodził. Just as in the past, and present tense, the imperfective indeterminate aspect refers to motion that happens habitually or regularly, only this time in the future. Here are some examples. Od dziś będę chodziła na basen w każdy piątek. Starting today, I will be going to the swimming pool every Friday. Kto będzie jeździł po zakupy, gdy mnie nie będzie? Who will be driving to do the shopping when I am away? Please note that apart from the past tense indeterminate forms like chodził, the auxiliary być can also be followed by the infinitive form chodzić. In this case, there is no gender distinction. So, będę chodzić can be used by people of both genders. W grudniu będę chodzić na jogę. In December, I will be going to yoga classes. The imperfective indeterminate typically corresponds to the English future continuous or future simple tense. Future tense imperfective determinate. As far as conjugation is concerned, the imperfective determinate aspect in the future tense work similarly to the imperfective indeterminate aspect described above. It borrows the past tense imperfective determinate forms and adds the auxiliary verb być in front of them. This aspect is used to talk about a motion that will happen in the future without any emphasis on whether it will be completed or not. The only thing it gives away is that the motion will start and last for some time. Let's look at few examples. Kupię mleko, gdy będę szedł do domu. I will buy milk when I will be going home. Zadzwoń, gdy będziesz jechał do miasta. Call me when you will be going to the city. Like in imperfective indeterminate verbs, replacing the gender-specific past tense form with a gender natural infinitive is a perfectly grammatical way to use a determinate verb of motion in the future tense. Marek będzie zaraz szedł do biura. Marek will be going to the office in a moment. This aspect mostly translates into the English future continuous tense and sometimes into the future simple. To wszystko na dzisiaj. Do zobaczenia. Poland, stay classy.